our next story is... Oh, wait. It's not a story. Yet.
Here are some
Ooh,
dots.
connect the dots! I love that game!
Dots, we will see one of the
It wouldn't
engines
hurt to
on
play a
Sir
game or
Toby
two
Hat's
on here.
railway.
Of course not.
I wonder which engine it is. Let's join the dots and find out.
Alright.
Here we go. There's a tender at the back.
So it's a tender engine.
And there's the cab.
The cab.
And the dome.
It's... yeah.
The funnel. Can you tell
It
who
could
it
be
is yet?
James, but then again...
This engine's got
James
1,
has a curved
2,
cab.
3, 4 wheels.
Yeah.
And 1 wheel arch just in front of the cab. Do you know who it is?
Wait, I know! It's Edward!
It's Edward.
Yes!
Hello, Edward.
Hi, Edward! Okay, now we get to a story. And it's... You can do it, Toby.
Toby
Oh.
is a steam tram. He looks very different from the other engines. He is square and his body is made of wood.
Yep.
Toby is not as strong as the other engines, but he always tries his hardest.
Yep, that's my Toby.
One morning, Toby was delivering some freight cars of milk. He
Ooh.
puffed across the island and up Gordon's Hill.
Oh, yes. One of the biggest obstacles on the island of
Gordon's Hill was
Sodor.
very steep. Toby puffed hard. It was a long climb.
And here's the engine the hill's
Just
named
then,
after.
Gordon arrived at the
Gordon.
bottom of the hill. But today the express was heavy, and Gordon had to wait for Edward to help.
Yep.
Bother, huffed Gordon. Soon,
Always count on
puffed
Edward
the
to
rescue.
push Gordon up the hill.
He buffered up behind Gordon.
Come on,
pushed,
Edward.
And Gordon pulled.
And hopefully, come on, Gordon. Come on, there you go. Slowly but surely, come on. Come on. Come on.
At last,
Yes.
the express train started
Woo!
to move.
Finally.
Toby
Whew.
had finally reached the top of the hill when Gordon puffed past. Slow, coach.
What?
Gordon.
Gordon!
I'm trying my
Oh, for the
hardest,
love of
gasped
Pete.
Toby. Pah! Sniffed Gordon. You're not even a proper engine.
Oh, clam it up, Gordon.
This made Toby feel very sad.
Oh, Toby. I know Toby's
night,
less
Sir
younger
Topham
than the
Hatt
other
came to see
engines, but
Toby.
that ain't his fault.
Edward is needed at the docks, Sir Topham Hatt said.
It ain't anybody's
you
fault.
want to work at Wellsworth Yard in his place. But I'll never be able to do Edward's job, Toby cried. He's a proper steam engine. Nonsense, said Sir Topham Hatt. You are one of my engines, and you must be useful.
Sir Topham Hatt's right,
was
Toby.
very worried. What if he wasn't useful? The next morning, Toby...
If you
puffed
ask me,
nervously
you're
out of the
proper
shed.
enough for anybody. Agreed, Applejack.
I hope no one needs pushing up Gordon's Hill, puffed Toby. Toby wished he was a proper steam engine.
Oh, Toby.
At last, Toby arrived at Wellsworth Yard. There were lots of freight cars, and they looked very heavy. I'll never be able to shunt all those, Toby.
Never say never, Toby.
You can do it, Toby, called Thomas.
Yes, listen to
That
Thomas.
made Toby feel much better.
Huh.
Then he started to shunt the freight cars. He shunted coal cars for Henry
Ooh.
and slate cars for Donald.
Ooh.
He even shunted fruit and vegetable cars for
Ooh.
Douglas.
Well, now. He's doing a pretty good job so far.
Maybe I can do it, Toby chuffed. But then, Gordon puffed past.
1, 2, 3.
He was pulling the
Uh-oh.
express with lots of coaches. Toby watched as Gordon puffed toward the hill. Gordon puffed with all his might. But once again, the express
3 coaches makes it heavier.
Gordon was stuck.
Oh.
Father, he huffed.
Well, you shouldn't
Gordon's
pull so many
driver called the
coaches,
yard
Gordon.
manager. And the yard manager came to see Toby. You need to push Gordon to the top of the hill, the yard manager
Toby's
said.
gonna do it?
Yes, sir, groaned Toby. But Gordon looks much too heavy for me to push.
Oh,
Toby puffed nervously.
don't think so, Toby.
Don't worry, Thomas called. You can do it, Toby.
Yeah,
I'll do my best. He
you
puffed.
can do it, Toby. Come on, you can
Shuffled
do
off
it.
to Gordon's hill. When Gordon heard that Toby was coming, he was very cross. Toby's only a steam tram.
So?
He will never be able to push me up the hill.
You don't know that, Gordon. So I suggest you shut your mouth and just watch and learn. You'd be surprised at what Toby can do.
Then he pushed with
Come
all
on,
his
Gordon. I mean, Toby. Come on, Toby.
might. Is that the best you can do? Gordon snorted. They should have sent a proper engine.
Gordon, shut
He
up.
was about to give up.
Toby, don't give
Then
up
he
just
remembered what
yet.
Thomas had said. I
You
can't
can do
I can't
this.
do it, Toby panted.
Come on, Toby. Try harder.
Toby pushed
We
harder.
believe in you.
And
Come on,
harder.
Toby. Go on, Toby.
Suddenly,
It's working. He's moving.
Toby
Come on, Toby. Push.
His engine
Toby,
roared.
Toby,
His axles
Toby, Toby,
ached.
Toby.
Gordon moved
Come on,
slowly.
Toby. Go, Toby,
When
go.
Percy saw Toby pushing, he blew his whistle with excitement.
Woo.
You can do it, Toby!
Yeah, he sure can, Percy Wesley. Go on, Toby.
Toby.
Come on, Toby.
Puffed.
Go, Toby.
But
Almost there.
he pushed Gordon right to the top of the hill.
Yeehaw!
Was
He
impressed.
did it.
Now his express would run on time.
Yippee!
Toby was tired, but he was
Woo!
very proud. I did it! He puffed
You sure
excitedly.
did, Toby. Well done.
That night, Sir Topham Hatt came to see Toby. Today, you were a very useful engine indeed.
No doubt about that,
Thank
sir.
you, sir, Toby chuffed. And even though Toby was a steam tram, he felt like a proper engine after all.
Attaboy, Toby. What's next, story or segment? Story. Gordon
It was
takes
cold and
charge.
snowy on the island
Oh.
of Sodor. The village children had built a snow engine. They were
Ooh,
excited. The winter holidays were here.
winter
People were coming from
holidays.
far and wide to visit the island. This year, there was even more snow than usual.
Oh.
It covered the island and blocked the roads. Bertie the bus couldn't take
Aw.
any passengers.
Huh.
So Sir Topham
And
Hatt
Bulgy
came
thinks
to
that
Tiddler's
railways are
sheds.
no good.
Percy, you
Look at
ought
the
to
road
prove
now.
The passengers today, said Sir Topham Hatt.
Oh.
Percy was worried. He usually took the mail or shunted freight cars.
Percy, you've delivered passengers before.
Gordon will show
It
you
said
what
he
to
hasn't
do,
taken him for a
said
long
Sir Topham
time,
Hatt.
Tobe.
And he left.
Pinky. Oh.
I'm an express engine, puffed Gordon. I shouldn't be slowed down by a small engine like Percy.
Why does Gordon have to be such a meanie steamy? Search me, Pinky.
Gordon went with Percy to the depot. But when Percy backed up to collect his coaches, he bumped them very
Oh!
hard.
Cause think about it. I don't think he's pulled passengers since, what season had he
Watch me. You'll
last
soon
pulled
learn how to pull
passengers? I don't remember.
Gordon backed smoothly up to his coaches and buffered up to them gently. Very smooth, said the yard manager. The best buffering I've ever seen.
Oh.
Gordon was so proud he thought his boiler would
Uh-oh.
burst.
We
Maybe
all see
teaching
what
Percy
happens
would be
when
fun,
Gordon gets
Gordon said to
proud.
himself. Then he'll see
Indeed,
I'm the biggest and
all
the
that
best.
pride can go straight to his smoke box. Indeed,
Gordon
Rarity.
pulled into Knapford Station. He rolled smoothly to a stop. Perfect, Gordon chuffed. Then Percy pulled into the station. Look at all those passengers, he gasped. He blew his whistle.
Ooh!
And wheezed lots of steam.
Whoa! Gosh!
You're doing it all wrong.
Oh,
Gordon.
brother.
Don't wheesh until your passengers are on board. Watch me. Gordon waited. When all the passengers were on board, he wheezed some steam. Gordon was very proud. He liked showing Percy that he was the best. Gordon was having lots of fun.
More like
Percy
showing
wasn't.
off.
Percy was fed up.
And Percy thinks so too.
I don't blame him.
Gordon and Percy puffed across the island. Gordon puffed through the snowy valley.
Oh,
Percy puffed under the icy bridge. Later, Gordon and Percy were at another station. Their passengers were all on board. Percy wheezed some steam.
He did it right this
You're learning
time.
a little bit, groaned Gordon, but you're still not doing it right.
what?
Watch me.
He did it right that time,
Wheezed some
Gordon.
steam and pulled
He
out
just
of the
wants an
station.
excuse to show off.
Big blue show-off, puffed Percy.
Got that right.
But Gordon wasn't listening. He was already puffing through the countryside.
Oh, no.
I'm so clever.
Oh,
Gordon
dear.
chuckled. There must be someone else I can show. And there was. Watch me! Gordon chuffed as he raced past James. I puffed nice and smoothly.
I don't think Jamesy was all that
Then
amused,
he
Gordon.
raced past Toby. Watch me! I'm the fastest and the best.
Oh, boy.
Gordon puffed into the station. He was very excited. There were lots of people he could show off to. Watch how smoothly I can go! Gordon was so busy showing off, he didn't see how icy the track was.
Uh-oh.
Slid right through the station and into
Oh. And he's going to
a siding. He
crash.
puffed into a big pile of snow.
Ah! Oh! Told ya.
Yuck, coughed Gordon.
It's only snow,
Luckily,
silly.
no one was hurt.
It's nothing to go yuck at.
Sir Topham Hatt was very cross. I asked you to teach Percy, he said sternly, not show off all afternoon. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Gordon
Yeah.
puffed quietly.
Oh,
Just then, Percy puffed past. He pulled smoothly into the station.
he did it
All
right.
of Percy's
Nice
passengers
going,
arrived
Percy.
safely at the platform. Gordon's passengers had to walk through the snow.
Ooh.
Gordon was very embarrassed. His face was as red as Bertie the bus. But Edward soon pulled him out of the snowdrift.
Yep. What, Pinky?
With the snow over his mouth like that, he looked like Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah. I
Later
did notice
evening,
that.
It was time to go home. The passengers were all aboard Gordon and Percy. Gordon wanted to show Percy how smoothly he could puff. But then he remembered sliding into the snowdrift.
Yep. Don't want to humiliate yourself
Didn't want to
again,
look
Big
silly
G.
again. Percy, you go first, Gordon puffed. Show me how smoothly you can go.
Oh,
So Percy pulled
the
smoothly
moment
out
where
of
the
station,
student became the
and
teacher.
Gordon followed.
You go,
Gordon
Percy
and
Wersey.
Percy puffed through the snowy countryside. And Gordon didn't show off once.
Good. Looks like he learned his lesson.
At last, Gordon and Percy arrived at Tidmouth's sheds. Did you see how smoothly I puffed? Asked Percy.
Yep, we all did.
Yes, said Gordon. You have learned very well.
He sure
Percy
has.
was proud. But then again, Gordon added, I am a very good teacher.
Oh, Gordon.